June, July, you know it's a rainy season in Nigeria. So for someone to say, oh, I'm a prophet, I want to tell you that tomorrow is going to rain, this week is going to rain. You know it's definitely going to rain in June. Because you are in the peak of the rainy season. So that is all about that alert. Nothing important other than what we already know.
Yes.
We've been receiving, Senator Oba was attacked, Pastor Sulaiman was attacked. We're going through situations in Nigeria that we know that every day, one incident. So for someone to say, oh, something will happen, we know something will definitely happen.
Might happen, yeah.
So when rainy season, we know it's going to rain. I want to establish that point. Then the second aspect is this. September 11 happened not because there was no intelligence. FBI had information differently. That was what led to the creation of Department of Home Security in the U.S. to ensure that they don't experience another September 11. And that is not to say that there was no other attacks. After we had the Boston Marathon attacks, the New York Times Square bomb, and several others in the U.S. afterwards. So the fact that you have intelligence does not mean that the content of the intelligence can prevent an attack. The whole essence of intelligence is for you to know.
Yes.
There are some things that even you have intelligence that this might happen, does not mean that you can stop it. But it can prepare so that you can respond immediately it happened better than when you are unaware, or you can reduce the impact of it when it happens. You see,
because this comes back to the capability of the environment itself.
See, and a will-be attacker has the freedom of choice of targets, and that's where when people we have this lot of analysts that will come up when issue happen. But people have become expert overnight and say, oh, they should build fences around the school. I said, how many fences are you going to build around school because they're attacking schools? Even if you put 2 trucks of police e-logs in front of a school, they want to attack that school, they will attack. People that are coming with a motorcycle of 200, the e-logs, those in the e-logs will see them and run away and leave the school the way it was, and they will carry the children. We have to deal with this issue at its root, and that's what is happening right now. It will take us time for us to come out of this muddy water, but we need to understand, and that's why education is important. For those that will come on TV to talk about this, they must also have understanding of what they have they're on TV to talk about. Nowhere in the world has any country been able to successfully take care of terror 100%. In the UK, several cases slipped through their fingers. Terror attacks on the bridge, in the parliament, everywhere.
So are you saying this is sort of too much in the sense that it could be troubling to the citizenry of Nigeria itself, or that we should take this and, because the advisory says, don't go to Abuja. He said it in fine diplomatic language.
They have been writing about 5 years ago, it was about 17 states in the country. There was a time during the Niger Delta, it was almost all the states in the south region. You see, for anyone that has been following through this, you know that U.S. will always list some parts of Nigeria as a no-go area.
Tony, a last word from you. Given that none of these terror alerts, well, when I say none of this, I don't mean to be dismissive. Shall we say, thankfully, they haven't happened. But this probably says to us, we need to take some of those things. If you're not in Abuja anyway, and you are planning on going to Abuja, what would be what you say against, on top of what they have said? Because they're advising their citizens, not us, their citizens to reconsider. But where they here, Uncle?
Well, we are not running anywhere. This is our country. And I'm not sure that any terrorist will take our country from us. The only thing is that as an individual, when you travel, make sure that you, if you don't have any reason to be somewhere, don't be there. That is the first thing. And if you have to be in a crowded place, if you have to be in a government facility, put yourself in a vantage position.
Okay.
Avoid nocturnal movement, of course. Avoid crowded movement as much as you can. And if you have to communicate in public, make sure that your communication are coded, and also make sure that you don't divulge your movement. in any way whatsoever. Use your instinct. Use your intelligence quotient as much as you can. And of course, I hope we are together. Yes.
Yes.
So
I was going to say, Tony, that we're going to have to leave it here. I was just going to say when you took that breath that we're going to have to leave it here. But thank you very much. Traveling and all, you still managed to fit us in. Thank you very much. Welcome back home. And
Seyi, it's my pleasure.
Thank you also very much for the insight you put into it and the perspective you put on top of it. Hopefully people understand how it came about, and also the police, they're not taking anything for granted. They also say, but you've also pointed out that this Darakin Gagawa, you are very sure that it is not as a direct result of this. They've been planning this
Look
before.
At the people there. They've mobilized those personnel for training long before now.
Okay.
So it's not a knee-jerk reaction.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Seyi Adetayo, security and intelligence expert, as we also thank our friend Dr. Tony Ofoyetan, DG International Institute of Professional Security. That's our program today. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Folare. Bye-bye for now.